don't really do this, but I'm gonna put them up on both of my channels. First on this one on my bad review manga chapter, and the other of my Let's Playing. The time has finally come for every Pokemon fan. Yeah, they finally unleashed the starters and the glimpse of the legendary. In fact, they even showed me gameplay. And when I mean me, when I found on the site gameplay. And I gotta say, the gameplay looks sicker than ever. I mean, more awesome than ever. In fact, now the characters, the models, they almost look real. Well, as real as they get. I don't know what, but as great, well, as good as Pokemon Omega Ruby and of course X and Y is, nothing can compare how Sun and Moon are in the starters. Yeah, the characters are now long, thin, not really chibi, yet realistic. The Hawaii theme in the game seems very strong. Moreover, we seems to have the most laid-back professor yet. What's his name? I didn't get it. Guy with shorts who shows us the starters. And, well, what are we supposed to say? In a way, I guess you could say the starters, the fans created starters almost look better than these. They didn't grow on me the first time. I wouldn't really say they had. You all remember the, what was it, Black and White? Those starters didn't really grow on people either. And still to this day, some people usually call the Black and White. Note, I'm just saying some people call them the most boring starters yet. And now I'm actually beginning to wonder, are they gonna say the same thing about these starters? Because they have now finally been unleashed. And they have even broken a theme. The third starter, I'm gonna see if I don't think I can show them on the screen. But if I can, I would. So this is the first starter. Grass starter Rowlet, Mukuro in Japan. It's apparently already a grass and flying. Yeah, it looks like a bird. Well, it is a bird. How can you describe it? Well, like an owl, maybe? Has a nice bonnet of a grass leaf, chubby little like that. It almost looks like a bit of a Dharma doll too. The thing that it's Hawaii themed, isn't that supposed to mean anything? There was someone once said that owls meant wisdom, but the news about Rowlet is Rowlet can attack without making a sound. It flies silently through the skies, drawing near to its opponents without being noticed, and then lashing out with powerful kicks. It can also attack from a distance using razor-sharp leaves that form parts of its feathers. Its visual abilities are impressive. The darkness of night is no obstacle to Rowlet. It can twist its neck nearly 180 centimeters from front back so it can see directly behind itself. It has a habit of turning its head on the battle to face its trainer and receive instructions. The move Leafage attacks an opponent by striking it with leaves. Knows this move from the moment it became your partner. So this means that these starters are actually gonna have move exclusives. So yeah, a Rowlet is without any doubt based on an owl. The fact that it's already grass and flying makes me a little upset. Why am I makes it upset? It's been tradition that every single starter is one type and then becomes when they evolve. But no, a Rowlet is already grass and flying. But is that good or is it bad? It's the Tropius is the only one I do know that is also sorry grass and flying, and wasn't another one that before. It doesn't matter. But one wonders how it can be. The fact that it says it's going to deliver with powerful kicks. At the beginning, I was wondering if it's going to become fighting, but it seems it's not going to become that. So I'm not really sure on how I can rank Rowlet. It didn't attract me. been much. I've been more of a grass. I've been a grass player, so I certainly hope its evolutions are badass looking. But if it's looked like an owl, wonder how it looks. The second, the fire. It seems everybody finally have their wishes though. The fire starter is fire type Litten, or Nyabi as it's called in Japan. There have been some hints that people have wanted a fire kitten for a long time as a starter. We got the fire lion, but that was not a starter. And I even forgot its name. How embarrassing, right? But it seems they finally got their wishes. And judging from many's reaction, it seems that Litten is currently the most popular. It's a fire cat Pokemon. It's logical but also passionate. Litten always remains cool-headed and doesn't show its emotion on the surface. Litten can attack with flaming hairballs. Its fur is rich in oils and is immensely flammable. Litten grooms itself by licking its fur and then uses collective fur as fuel for fireball attacks. When the time comes for Litten to shed its old fur, it burns up in a glorious blaze. The move Ember attacks an opponent with a small flame in it. Litten knows this move from the day he becomes a partner. Well, that's not a move exclusive move. Are you telling me that Rowlet is the only one who's going to have that? So what can we say about Litten? The arm bracelet is well, not arms. The markings on it makes me was wondering: is this gonna be a fire fighting again, or is this gonna be a fire dark? It has dark third, obviously a symbolization for coil. Is that the right word? Um, Whereas this is gonna be a pure fire through and through. Black and red seems to be match up for pretty badass moments, but is it going to be something else? I mean, if it burns up with gas, should this become a poison? That seems highly unlikely. So I cannot really guess, but the arms on it seems for me suggest we're gonna have a firefighting again. Granted, however, I don't really want that, but I do want another type in this fire Pokemon. What can I rank about him? Ah, they finally have a fire cat. I can't really say much more. The one who gets most criticism, though, is the water type. Water type Poplio, or Japan called it Ashimari. It seems a lot of theories were correct. Someone was actually thinking we're gonna get a seal starter. And yes, we do. A seal clown starter. It's basically a seal with with matching ups from uh what do you call it? Uh Clown? It has a bonnet like this and a red nose. That seems indeed to suggest this is a Clown C Pokemon. The thing that this calls about it is that Poplio's swimming speed is known to exceed 25 Mach. It's better at moving in speed than on land, than on land. Still, when it's on land, it takes advantage of its elasticity of its balloons to perform acrobatic stunts and jumps. Poplio can snort out balloons made of water. Watch it spin water balloons into playful battle strategy. Both furious and hardworking, Poplio can easily get carried away, unleashing enough power in battle to make quite a spectacle. But Poplio's determined spirit means he can usually be found practicing hard on his water skills. The water gun attacks an opponent by firing water steam. It's a move exclude. It will get that move when it becomes your starter. And yeah, what can we say about this one? Seems a lot of people did not really react Poplio positive. It looks like a clown. But we finally have a sea lion starter Pokemon, which for me is good. What has been the tradition for the water Pokemon? I was gonna say reptiles, but that's not entirely true. We did get Empoleon, so this is Piplup. So this is I think one of the new mammals of the water type tribe. Moreover, it's the grass that is the most unique here. We get a bird. But then again, hasn't it been a theme that we always get prehistoric creatures sometimes? It was broken with Chespin, and now it's broken again. It's the same. The only thing, it's the only one following a tradition, the fire one. It's a mammal, and hasn't it always been a mammal? No, it hasn't. It's The first one was Charmander. What am I saying? So how do I rank these starters? They do not grow on me immediately. Unfortunately, I'm already demanding their evolutions. Moreover, I want to know if any of them are going to get a second type. The fact that they say that Popplio can do acrobatic moves seems to highly hint it can learn acrobatic. So, but I don't think it's going to become water flying. We already have a flying starter. It's pretty wasteful. But alas, seems we're not gonna get that type of poison. What was it? Poison, fairy, and dark? No, or psychic. Don't really recall what it was called. But but somewhat in me, I was actually wishing Popplio to become a fairy second. I mean, it's looking pretty clownly. We cannot forget that Mr. Mime, got that fairy, but then again, that's not really a clown or a mime, it's based on something else. It's Litten that's most confusing here. That type, no idea. Rowlet is already written. We're basically gonna have a giant owl with grass and flying. Is that a good combination or not? That's what I'm gonna say. Also, we got a picture of seeing the legendary. The red is a big ass white lion with flames. The moon seems to be more of a big ass bat. Their names did not come to me, so I do not know where they are. But these are the first Pokemons that are tell. I don't think I'm gonna tell us everybody Pokemon except it's something exciting. But again, if they ever make this game, I beg them to do an evolution. But judging from how it goes here, it doesn't look that way. What do you feel about the starters? Do you have any theories about them? Do tell me.